Hello and welcome back to another, let's say, episode of ZAGS. And this one will be short as well, at least that's what I think now. I'm not 100% sure, but if the doorbell rings, I'll need to leave and stop the recording. So let's see how much time we have. I guess we have about 15 minutes or 20, I'm not 100% sure, but let's see. Maybe we have more, maybe we have less. But so let's start and not waste it. He nods and kisses me again quickly. Okay, I could do this all day, but we probably both need lunch. He nods and smiles at me. We should talk after lunch. I want to make sure I don't make you uncomfortable, since I know you've been struggling a bit with the house and stuff. Dude, stop being so ridiculously considerate. He blushes again and grabs his coat. We walk into the hallway. Adam is leaning against the wall across the hall. He smiles at us. Lunch? Yeah. Let me grab my coat and we can go. The three of us head to the yard. We're seated immediately and Chris looks over a menu. I guess we just beat the lunch rush. It's a little early for food. Just means the food will arrive faster. So, I'm assuming from the fact that you're both basically glowing that your conversation went well. I look over at Chris and cautiously take his hand in mine. He smiles back. I assume we're dating now. Chris blushes and nods. I'm happy for the two of you, and congrats. I jerk my hand away reflexively when the waitress suddenly appears at our table. Adam orders a pizza for the table and Chris throws in a salad. How was the gym? Oh, it was nice, pretty empty. I need to go around today. I'm not so sure why I have here a selection, because I can't select anything. I think you're rubbing off on me, but I've been hoping it would warm up enough for us to go swimming again. Dude, we should totally go, even if it's freezing. No, you shouldn't. That's a terrible idea for so many reasons. Swimming sounds nice, though. I'd join once it warms up. The conversation moves on from there, and the food soon arrives. I eat the jalapenos that Chris picks off his pizza. Soon the food is gone, and Adam pays the bill. Okay, now it's time to do some work. I have homework to do too. I guess I could join you and improve my grades, of course. Dude, it's an excuse to hang out with Chris. Well, I'm certainly not going to discourage this, although you should probably get a textbook or something, I guess. We'll see you in a bit, dude. Sounds good. I managed to grab some textbooks from my room without running into anyone and head to Chris and Adam's room. Glad you didn't decide to bail on us. I stare at Chris for a second before moving to him and kissing him again. His lips on mine and his arms on my back feel amazing. Adam laughs and seems to settle in his own chair. We break for air and Chris smiles at me, breathless and looking like he's blushing a little. I should really do some work, but that's really nice. We settle down on his bed with our textbooks to do some reading. I struggle to focus with him so close and eventually settle for holding his hand as I read. It's only a little awkward. After what feels like hours, Adam stands and stretches. Are we done? Dude! You say that like we're holding you hostage here. I loop my arm around Chris's and he smiles and leans against me. Chris is holding me here. Completely involuntarily, I'm sure, but I was starting to think about dinner. Oh, I should probably go eat at the house since I skipped out on dinner there last night. Steve probably won't be too happy with me otherwise. I suppose that's true. I look at Chris taking his hand in mine. I'd say you should come eat, but after what happened on Friday, it's fine, I understand. The threat is one of your responsibilities. I want to make sure to make time for you too. Let's have dinner tomorrow. That sounds nice. We should talk tomorrow anyway. Okay, you two lovebirds. I'm going to go to get some sandwiches. I'll see you tomorrow, dude. Sounds good, Chico. I kiss Chris again, slowly, feeling somewhat like I'd rather stay and study some more if it means continuing to spend time with him. I head back to the house and find dinner already set out and ready. One moment, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was nothing. I just misheard it. I'm sorry. It's a pretty quiet dinner, although Steve does come by and pat me on the back. I find it both a relief and strangely frustrating that he doesn't want to talk. I head back to my room when I finish, having not seen either Tom or Eva. And I always pronounce Eva a little bit differently because I'm not sure if I should pronounce it like more Polish or more how you would say it in Germany. But well, I guess I need to decide someday. I don't know how much I want to hang out around the house this week. I should study with Chris Monday to go on a dinner date, group study meeting with all of them, and I'm sorry that I just get in Germany, and study with Chris. Yes, we do that. We are almost always somewhere we're never at a threat. I don't see very much problems here, except for maybe I'll remove 2 classes for the time being so that his happiness won't fall more than that. So I don't find that particularly entertaining, including the whole planner, so I always try to skip that. I wait outside the building of Chris's last class for him to finish up. It doesn't take long before I spot him, Jake, Nikhil and Hannah walking out of the building together. Oh, hi Carlos. Hi yourself. I was just waiting for Chris. Chris walks over and stands next to me, looking at me, as if looking to me for guidance. I take a deep breath and take his hand in mine. We're dating. Hannah squeals and I'll let Chris's hand drop. Hannah. Sorry, I'm just happy for you two. We're going to play some board games if you were interested in joining us. Let's just see if Chris wants to see a movie, because I guess we were supposed to have date night today. Oh, I was going to see if Chris wanted to join me for a movie. That's fine. If you wanted to go play games, you can go ahead. They're not really my thing, but don't let that keep you from enjoying them. That's not true. We're playing board games every week. A movie sounds nice. The rest of you are welcome to join us, of course. Nate's waiting for us for games, but thank you for the invitation. We'll see the 2 of you later, then. Huh? Oh, it's Friday and we have that date on Monday. I'm stupid. I'm messed up the days. I thought today was the day we were going on a date, but it clearly wasn't. The date was on Monday. And we already have Friday. I'm so sorry. Then we could have played board games. Well, I mixed it up. Well, that's the kind of thing I always do. And why a bit problematic things sometimes occur. I apologize. Hannah, Jake and Nikhil head toward the student center and Chris smiles at me. You're sure this is okay? Yeah, I want to spend time with you. We head to the theater and look at the list of movies. Okay, not Hannibal Rising, Norbit. Don't know anything about it, so why not? We buy our tickets and find seats. The theater is fairly full. We sit as far away from people as possible and I cautiously take Chris's hand in the relative darkness. He smiles and entwines our fingers. Didn't realize it would be so busy. I guess it's Friday. Chris shrugs but doesn't say anything. We watch the ads in relative silence, and soon the lights dim for the movie. The movie ends up being pretty funny and fairly enjoyable. That was pretty good. How many characters were Eddie Murphy? I think just the two. We grab our coats and head back to the campus. You know, I never really understood why you'd go on a date at a movie theater, because you don't get to talk or anything. I got to hold your hand. Yeah. I look around, making sure no one is nearby, before kissing him quickly. Thank you for joining me. Did you want to get dinner? I should probably eat at the house tonight, otherwise I definitely would. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. His hand brushes mine and I resist the urge to follow him back to his room. I make my way back to the house. The food is already set out in the dining room, but I feel the same sense of unease I'd been feeling all week. I grab a plate of food and sit at a relatively empty table. Just as I start eating, I spot Tom walking into the room. We lock eyes and he seems to think for a moment before walking towards me. Oh shit. He stands next to my table and stares at his feet. I can feel my chest getting tighter and tighter as the seconds tick by. I'm sorry, bro. That wasn't what I was expecting. You have to admit though, it's pretty... He stops and stares at the ground again. Look, bro. I don't understand and I think it's weird. But it's still not really fair of me, and I'm sorry I was so disrespectful or whatever. Eva made you say that, didn't she? Which is probably the case. That's a start at least. Thank you. I'll save here for security and say that's a start at least. Bro, this isn't easy for me. Eva said I was being even more of a jackass than usual and asked me why it mattered so much to me. And I guess she's right that it shouldn't matter, it's just weird. But weird isn't an excuse for me to be rude to you, so I'm sorry, bro. I'll do my best to get past whatever. He's gone before I can say anything else. That was something, at least. I head back to my room afterward, at least glad that it's the weekend. Saturday, February the 10th. I wake up early Saturday morning from a dream about Tom, Eva and some brothers finding out I was gay and refusing to talk to me ever again. I'm glad Tom is trying, in real life at least, and roll out of bed figuring I should go find Chris. I knock on the door to Chris and Adam's room. It opens after a bit. Good morning. Adam groans from his bed and pulls his pillow over his head. It's too early, dude. Up too late having alone time with their textbook again, Chico? Adam doesn't respond, but he seems to shake his head under the pillow. Surprise, surprise. Let me get dressed. We can get breakfast or something? That sounds perfect. He shuts the door and reappears after a few minutes later in different clothes. The yard? That sounds nice. The restaurant is fairly quiet and we're seated right away. Pancake pizza? Those are always good. I don't know, let's just say sausage, no jalapenos. You don't like them, dude? You can still get them. I can just pick them off. They're a little weird on pancake pizzas anyway. Just sausage is fine, if you're sure. The waitress comes by and I place our order. So, what are your plans for the weekend? Chris shrugs. I have some homework I could do. There'll probably be some more board games. Sounds pretty standard. You? Other than wanting to spend time with you, I'm not sure. Spending time at the house? Probably not. Maybe not? I don't know. After what Steve said, I just feel like I'm in this constant fear of being outed or something. What did Steve say? I'm surprised Adam didn't tell you all about it. He said you hurt your wrist and that he was worried about you. Oh, that's not most of it. I quickly fill him in on Tom and Steve. That's really unfair. Steve has no right to tell you that you can't or how to come out. That's a lot stronger statement than Chris normally makes. It sounds like you're afraid you've already been outed, but also struggling with coming out to your brothers in general. That sounds about right. But why should I be? It shouldn't matter whether they know or not. He squeezes my hand under the table. Your brothers are important to you. It's normal to feel like you want to stop hiding part of yourself from them. I don't know what the right answer is, but if there's anything I can do to help, dude, you help already so much. I'm glad. Just don't feel like you have to do anything. Take things at your own pace. The breakfast pizza arrives and we begin, and I feel a lot better about everything after Chris's words and the food. Soon it's gone, and Chris insists on paying for the meal. I was probably going to do some homework unless you wanted to do something else. Well, I'm not so sure. I'm asking if he likes to see if there are board games. That sounds nice. We head to the atrium. Jake and Nikhil are sitting at a table playing Lost Cities. Oh, hi. Thought we'd see if there were games. We're just finishing up this game, but we can do something else afterward. That sounds good. We sit at the table and watch them play. It only lasts another couple of rounds before the game ends and Jake wins up victorious. Man, I never get any of the 10 cards. You should stop taking the cards I put down and draw from the deck then. You just say that so you can disregard larger cards, then take them. But you're not going to find the 10s. Anyway, what should we play? I look at Chris, who shrugs. Ispahan? Camel? Is that the sounds that camels make? Camel, camel, camel. Caramel, caramel, caramel. Are the camels being molten down into sauce? I think they're being sprinkled on top. Caramel, camel bits. Nom nom. Jake sets up the game and we start. You have to explain this. Oh, you collect dice and place cubes. You can put them in the caravan for more points later or in regions on the board for more points later. Rarer rolls can help you get to better areas of the board too. And there's buildings that gives you extra abilities. Will help you the first few rounds. Nikhil gets a lucky camel roll early on and focuses on caravanning his cubes. Build the building to gain cards when caravanning. Chris and Jake both seem to be focusing on cube placement, although Chris gets a lucky roll and gets 2 cubes in the waste district and Jake takes the single spot. After completing the building, I start sending my cubes to the caravan and get some good card draws that give me camels. On my turn, I roll a cube in the waste district. I could spend 2 cards to put 3 cubes there, or I could save those cards to build more buildings. Let's go for the vases. I spent my cards to fill in the largest section in the waste district. That's unusual for the waste part to be full. Pots for everyone. Na Potland. I think that would be something different. While the vases help me pull into an early lead, the cards I spend prevent me from building the buildings I need to move the supervisor for free. Nikhil ultimately wins the game with points largely from the caravan. Nice job. Something else? I think it's about time for lunch actually. Buffet. Chris shrugs. I could do that. Hopefully the pizza is good today. The buffet looks surprisingly normal today. Spaghetti with meat sauce, hot dogs on whole wheat buns, pepperoni pizza. Part of me is disappointed, but mostly I'm just relieved. They don't usually do themed lunches. Well, given some of the lunches we've had here, that's still not a guarantee of anything. We grab a bunch of food and help Jake carry his plates to a table. Are we going to work on our programs after lunch? Oh, sure. Were we going to work in a computer lab? We were going to go back to our room, but if you wanted to join, we could do that. I should probably finish debugging. I was stuck on one part yesterday, so I figured I'd come back to it fresh today. So that sounds good. He looks at me. But if you have something else in mind, do it. Go do homework and be productive. The meal is uneventful, and soon I leave them to their programming as I consider my afternoon plans. Let's check out the game room. I spot a familiar face at a pinball machine. I head over and stand near the machine, waiting until the ball is over. Hey dude. He looks over at me and smiles. Hi, playing pinball? That was a stupid thing to say. Yes. Is it okay if I watch? Yes. Watch him play through the last ball, which takes a while. You're really good at this. Thank you. Play this a lot between classes. How about some foosball? Okay. We move over to a free foosball table. Not sure if that exists, and if it exists, how it works, but maybe someone of you could explain that. I'm not very good at this. I'll try to take it easy on you. He ends up actually being decent at it, but I still win pretty handily. How to shift around so much? Only 2 buttons in pinball? Yeah, but there's something nice about the feel of the game over a video game. I guess you get that with pinball too. Yes. How are you and Chris? Oh, we're doing well. Take care of him. That feels a bit out of character for James. You two should come by sometime. We can watch something or play Smash Brothers. Dude, I've been wanting to play that, but one of the brothers broke the house's GameCube. James just nods. Good. Should go, though. I'll see you later then, dude. Why do I suddenly feel guilty, like I got between him and Chris? James leaves, and I spend the rest of the afternoon playing pinball. I figure it's about time for dinner and head back to the house. Dinner's just being set out when I return, and I fill up a plate and find a table to sit at. Steve walks into the room as I'm finishing up my meal, looks over at me, and seems to hesitate a bit before walking over. And here I'll need to end the video. It actually got longer than I expected, so many thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and of course stay safe. Until next time.